talking about Odisha, this time BJP is all set to break its own expectation. They will not only do well, but make history too. After 1998, BJP will become the first party to get more seats than BJD in the state they have ruled for so many years. So the question is, Odisha for taking? Now, let me talk about Sambalpur first. Star constituency. Is Dharmendra Odisha's new Pradhan? That's what I'm saying. Is Dharmendra Odisha's new Pradhan? Dharmendra Pradhan and Prakash Das. The difference of margin is 2.5%. Now, exit poll gives NDA 13 seats, BJD to settle with 7 seats. So, what does it mean in a close contest? Can we see an upset? But before I get into that, let us see what Mr. Pradhan has to say.
चुनाव गिनती शुरू होगा, ये 400 तक ही पहुंचेगा और उड़ीसा में जैसे हम लोगों की अनुमान था कि हम लोग 15 से ऊपर 15 से 21 तक कहीं भी जा सकते हैं और मेरा मानना है ये बहुत चौंकाने वाला रिजल्ट उड़ीसा से आएगा। मोदी जी की डंका देश में बज चुकी है।
Ajit, if you recall, when the elections took place in Rajasthan, a lot of people said that the Congress will not be able to make up, late jayegi party, but they were able to make up, and for the first time after ages, there was dignity in defeat. There have been times in Rajasthan which there is defeat and there is also no dignity. So my question to you is, even BJP does that, it makes up very strongly. An election which became so close, BJP in 2017 made up in Gujarat. So when we talk about these seats, what makes a difference? How do you decide who is winning in such seats? When we say the margin is 0.5%, 1.2%, 1.4%, what does work in such seats? Ajit.
See, let me explain once more. There are marginal seats and there are non-marginal seats. When we get an exit poll result, we get 13 seats for the BJP. Now, the 13 seats doesn't mean all the 13 seats will be the marginal seats. It is quite possible that the change in trend, that the fact that there is a saffron wave in Odisha, you might have some of the seats that the BJP is winning were not the ones that were the marginal seats. So there is a wave there in favor of the BJP. Our exit poll is very accurate on that. But which will be those 13 seats, it's a bit difficult to predict with the help of the exit poll itself. It is possible, as I said, that some of these marginal seats will go in favor, especially if the BJP had lost against the BJD. But as I said, the trend is such with exit poll that quite a few of the non-marginal seats also might be going in favor of the BJP.
So, Brijesh, when we talk about these seats, they are in running because of the nature of the candidate. But there are so many seats where people don't talk, and suddenly you find that some giant killer has emerged. In 2009, Devegowda lost by a first-time Congress candidate.
Well, it does. And Kartikeya, see, the point is that I agree with what Ajit was saying is that that there are times when a wave is going for a particular party, even these marginal seats tend to go one way. But if the wave is absent, or say for example if the team which has done cephalogy, I'm not talking about ours because we have not used the crutches of plus minus 30 or 40 seats, which many other pollsters have done. So 360 to 400 may look very grand. But if you use plus minus 40, 360 could very well turn out to be 320. So all I'm saying is that, these marginal seats also are aided by, if there is a wave for a particular party, then you tend to, get pulled over, the seat gets pulled over and you win the seat. But it's very tricky, it's very tricky to say that, if there is a 1.5% vote or 0.8% vote difference between the two, it can go either which way. And that is the reason why, when we say that Samajwadi Party is going to win 11 seats. But when the final tally comes, if it comes to 16 or 18, then these are the seats or some other seats when we have projected a larger margin and all, it just turns out the other way around.
So, Jayanto, can I say this for sure कि इस बार हवा उड़ीसा में बीजेपी की है?
Again, with the caveat, going by the figures that you have put out, yes, it's because we started, the discussion is actually on the findings of the exit poll.
Jayanta, I decided today I'll be the devil's advocate, The exit poll is on my side. We did the exit poll yesterday, but it's sometimes good to be the devil's advocate, You see things from a different perspective. Please continue.
Yeah, indeed. Now, let me start with Sambalpur, because you are giving Sambalpur as an example. Now, the BJD candidate, he is literally the number 2 in the party. We can say in the party BJD hierarchy, he is just next to Naveen Babu. On the other hand, the BJP candidate is being looked as, if the assembly elections was also held simultaneously, he may be the next chief minister. Now, this time's vote will depend on that kind of picture they are looking at, that this is our next chief minister. So either you accept him as the MP or you wait that for the next elections, so that there is a vacancy, somewhere vacant seat is left vacant, and then Dharmendra Pradhan can come in as a probable chief minister candidate. 1. 2, the difference that you are looking at is from the 2019 votes, if I am not wrong. Number 3, I will now go to another seat. Now, if you're talking of a wave, a BJP wave, then it will affect the coastal areas. That's what we have been talking about, because the coastal areas have been the BJD's a strong kind of a fortress. Now, therein lies one seat, the Kendropara seat. Now, since 1984, it has always been against even Biju Babu in 1984, Kendropara sent him to parliament. So this time, there is a very interesting tussle going on. When Jay Panda won there twice. But when he had some problem with his leader and he joined the BJP, he lost from the same seat that had sent him twice to the parliament. And this time, again, he is contesting against the BJD candidate. As Jay Panda is himself a BJP candidate, Bharatiya Janata Party. So Kendrapara, if there is indeed a wave, will prove that actually there is a wave or not. Now, that is where, not psephology, but the collection of the data, your workforce on the ground works. How much you have got from your sample, if it was represented correctly, the demography was correctly defined there, and the answer that you got, how you collect the data. The war is won when you are doing this kind of an exit poll, when you collect the data, and that data that comes to you, you can depend on. I'll just end, just one line I'll end. You should
reserve some, you should reserve some analysis for West Bengal also, Jayanta, because, that's also in pipeline.
Indeed. I'll just end. It has gone to such a level that there are companies that are using audio and video recordings to justify. They hire professionals who will go through those recordings to find out whether the person who is answering it correctly or not. But it involves time, it involves money.